Okay, so what's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? Why is my camera not working? Oh no, my camera's not working. Why is my camera not working? Oh well. What's going on, guys? Vega here for Serpent X Tech. Not sure what is going on here with my camera. It should be working, but it's not. Switch you over to that one and that one. There we go. There we go. Back in business. So, for everybody that's new to the channel, this is a live stream that we do every Saturday called Caffeine Crypto. My name is Vega. Channel is called Serpent X Tech. We go over crypto news and whatever's popping, I guess. And what's popping is, I guess the market's picking back up from where it used to be, so we'll have to see how things go. Thank you everybody who came over from Crypto Mikkel's stream. Red Llama, good morning to you. B. Kelly, Mega the King, Gordon Murray, Golden Wolf, sorry, Gordon. Magic, first time. First time? Got to get some caffeine in your life. So I'm drinking my my NOS this time. I actually went and bought like the bulk pack. So got some of that. I am currently on call, and which happens every once in a while doing this live stream. So please bear with me as we go through today's chump change. Good morning to you, brother. And yeah, so Bitcoin sitting around 37.5, Ethereum 2,500. Look at Avalanche though. Avalanche in that dark green, up about 7%. Got a few other dark greens around here. Oh, look at, is that Zcoin? Hang on, I just saw it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It was up and then it just turned red. Okay, never mind. I was about to say it was dark green for a second. No, yeah, look. Up 5%, almost $100. Zen 42. Okay, okay. Chainlink trying to make some moves. Crow up 42 cents. You know, it would be really nice if Crow would go up to like $1 something, because then I can upgrade my account without having to buy more Crow. I do have the red ruby card. Anyways, yeah. So this week was kind of bad. Was it this week? Hang on. So the end of last week, the beginning of this week was kind of like, oh, well, that's not good. And of course, you know, we saw the weekend us dip down quite a bit. And actually, no, it was the 24th. So the 24th, which was, if my calendar will load, it won't load. One of these days. Anyways, so the 24th, you can see that we got all the way down to around 30. I thought I saw 31 at some point in time. So yeah, 32. Picked all the way back up. I've been calling these levels for a while, guys. I've been saying, like, there's a lot of support at boom, boom, boom. You know, if you want a long, you want a short here, go for it. But, you know, I try to not to provide financial advice, but it's just common sense, man. Look at the charts. And sometimes Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other cryptocurrencies would do the opposite of what the charts are doing, so I can't really say look at the charts. But, yeah, man. I mean, we knew there were some key support areas. Like, a lot of people were calling for even super lows. Like, we're talking 20,000... you know, 10,000 is like, So is this the bottom? Was that it? Was this the point where we just continue to go up again? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. So let's get into some news topics. I'll start adding these into the description of the video if you want to go ahead and just jump to it. You know, what does the crypto industry expect from the Fed's meeting? We had a meeting, I believe, Wednesday, and yeah, so what does it expect? So I'm going to go over it. Why are you doing that? Stop doing that. No, I don't want to copy the whole thing, you son of a biscuit. Oh, you're driving me up the wall. Anyways. Going to read some topics to you. Going to go over a couple things. I would love to hear your dang thoughts in the comments down below or in the live chat. So feel free to do that. At me, super chat me, whatever you got. Get my attention. So what? With a sharp correction in the global equities market, particularly in the tech stocks, the crypto cart followed the carnage and eroded wealth worth $1 trillion from the global crypto market cap. However, the crypto traders are showing some signs of recovery, but the volumes have remained muted as traders are eyeing Fed's commentary on the issue. Clearly, the Feds intend to curb and pump out the easy money policy. Well, it intends to stop stimulus, basically. The hawkish view from the U.S. Central Bank hammered the crypto cart, and the top coin saw a big drop in pricing. Market experts believe the Fed will try to restrain the rising inflation without dismaying the already fragile markets further, without the complete certainty of the success of their plans, right? So kind of a hope and a prayer here. The Fed to try to walk a very difficult and uncertain line of curbing inflation whilst not further panicking already nervous markets, says one individual. Whether they're successful or not is not completely in their control. So they have no control over whether or not their plan will succeed or not, which is understandable. In the short term, the Fed decided to tighten credit markets. Then the tide of investing dollars into crypto might ebb to some degree, which may affect the crypto startups that have a harder time fundraising without ambiguous, cheap money. I really don't care about that. But in the medium and long term, and with respect to more attractive investment opportunities in space, these monetary policy moves will have little to no meaningful effect. Blockchain technology is here to stay and growing at leaps and bounds, says Hughes from CoinSense. This will drive the investment flowing into the space as people and institutions place bets on the industry, building the future of financial and global online culture. Looking at the timeline, an individual here thinks that investors have to reposition their investment strategy for crypto. This could also mean the rise of altcoin markets. Both crypto investing and associated innovation are becoming mainstream. Investing in crypto as a value proposition or a value building vehicle is not going to be affected anytime soon. So despite what's going on with the Fed, I'm still very much bullish on cryptocurrency, blockchain in the long term. But these are just things that you just want to keep an eye on as a crypto miner. Yes, my primary aspect or the primary focus of my channel is crypto mining. However, we got to grow beyond just crypto mining, right, guys? We got to be able to me, I think keyword should, not only be mining our cryptocurrency, but trying to grow that cryptocurrency through various outlets, right? So for me, as I mentioned, and a number of my fellow colleagues, by the way, make sure you subscribe to Mining Office. I will be showing up on there. When I talk to Seb FinTech, when I talk to the hobbyist miner, basically, what I do is I take a percentage of what I mine and then I'm using an algo bot or I do manual trades to try to build my portfolio up, right? Try to buy some dips, buy some pullbacks, get more exposure to the market, so to speak. It looks like it got rid of most of my highlights, but whatever. All right, so why is the crypto market down so much? Uncertainty in the traditional markets and Fed concerns and some of the institutions that are in the crypto markets are also in the traditional markets, which is why you see so much of a correlation between Bitcoin and the traditional markets. Right now, unfortunately, what we have here is we have everything is tied to Bitcoin. So in the traditional markets, dip down, and of course, OBS is telling me my stream dropped, but it's not. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyways, so of course when the traditional markets take a dip, right? S&Ps, NASDAQ, whatever, Bitcoin follows suit. And that brings all the altcoins with it. So what I've been saying is we need Ethereum to break off, to go on its own trajectory, regardless of what Bitcoin's doing. And then the altcoins follow that path would be our best bet. Will that happen? We'll have to see. But now that we got all the rich guys in the game with us, there are obviously some manipulation and some price alterations happening in the crypto markets. So this time around, we've seen a lot more retail investment. We also have institutional money into crypto now that has come a big way, and when that happens, it tends to create a coupling between traditional markets and the crypto market. In other words, given the increase in retail and institutional investors, what happens is in the traditional markets, it's now likely to affect the cryptocurrency markets as well. Retail investors have easier access to cryptocurrencies through apps like Robinhood and Square, and they're most likely to sell off shares at signs of uncertainty. The Fed met Wednesday, which is what we just talked about, determined whether or not a rate increase would happen to tackle rising inflation and labor shortages. Everybody in the markets was nervous and speculating about what might happen there. So interest rate conversions coupled with the rising inflation rate, I think, is affecting all asset classes. Stocks fell and the Treasury yields climbed with the Fed Chair Jerome Powell Wednesday announcement that signaled a plan to begin raising interest rates soon as the central bank moves to fight inflation. What we're seeing is risk off is in the tech sector as a whole and a correlated sell-off with Bitcoin and crypto assets. Bitcoin just happened to tightly correlate to the tech sector at the moment. So tech stocks taking a hammering, traditional markets fell, and then crypto went with it. But obviously, since the beginning of this week, as you can see, looking at the daily, we've been on a trajectory upwards. But compared to where we were, obviously, we're quite down. I still remain bullish long term, but that's where you got to tell your friends and family members that are panicking and reaching out to you that you just have to zoom out, guys. You just got to just zoom out. Just zoom out, all right? Just zoom out, all right? It's okay. It's okay. Don't panic. Now, this is some very interesting stuff. I don't like to get political on my shows. I probably will talk about a topic, and Vladimir Putin, please don't kill me. I'm just talking about things, okay? I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just talking about it. So Russian authorities draw up a roadmap to regulate cryptocurrencies. Now, a lot of people were talking about Russia was planning on banning mining Bitcoin or mining cryptocurrency and cryptocurrencies in general. But it seems to me, and I don't have a full grasp with the whole picture, so don't quote me on it. It seems to me that inside the country we got two different parties, kind of like we don't like crypto, and then the other party is like we like crypto and we need to develop plans for it. So Russian authorities have drawn up a roadmap that something restrictions on cryptocurrency, but not a complete ban on trading and mining as advocated by the central bank. So the central bank and whatever their group of people are is like ban. And then there's another group that's like, no, wait, we got to do this, we can do this. And there's a reason why I think it might be beneficial and how that can be a bad thing in general. So a document seen by Reuters shown Friday, politicians have pressed for a change of tack by the central bank, which has proposed restricting cryptocurrency trading and energy-intensive mining on the Russian territory because of concerns it may cause financial instability. Okay? Well, they're trying to come out with their own central currency, right? Russia's trying to, or the central bank, or whatever, right? So now we got cryptocurrencies, and they want to ban it just like China did because they want their currency to be the dominant currency, their digital asset to be the dominant currency. So a regulatory riff here. We note that the points in the roadmap were supported in full by all agencies with the exception of the Bank of Russia, with the exception of the Central Bank of Russia. The central bank said it was familiar with the draft of the roadmap. We believe it's necessary to prepare a federal law establishing a ban on the issue and circulation of Russian territory of private digital currencies and also to determine liability for violating this ban, the central bank said in a statement. We are not saying we intend to ban ownership of cryptocurrencies, but the central bank continues to oppose cryptocurrencies overall. It said that power outages in Kazakhstan, the world's second largest mining hub, showed that the problems mining could cause. However, Putin this week said that Russia was well placed to cope, pointing to the competitive advantage of surplus electricity and well-trained personnel. In August, Russia accounted for 11.2% of the global hash rate, crypto jargon from the amount of computing power being used by computers connected to the Bitcoin network. This year, Russia plans to test a digital ruble to facilitate payments on an individuals and basis and try to make currency more global in the face of Western sanctions. And of course, OBS is being stupid. So let me give it a second. I don't know why it does this. Like the router is reset, it's good. It's not the NIC because it's a new network adapter. Like I'm probably gonna swap GPUs. And go back down to the 1070 and just put this 3080 in it and just see what happens. Anyways, this is important because what do we have happening right now? If you guys aren't paying attention to the news, even though it's not mining or crypto related, you should be. You know, Russia has amassed a decent army off the border of Ukraine, all right? And so we got this global tension happening, right? And so the world powers are at this fine line of like, okay, well, don't beat up on Ukraine because if you beat up on Ukraine, we're going to have to do something. And we don't want to do something because then it will cause world war. And Russia's like, well, I'm a bully. That's what I do. So you can't just shut up. I'm gonna do what I want. They want to be a part of me. I want to do what I want. So we got this two-sided situation, but the cryptocurrency or the ruble could be a way, or the digital currencies could be a way that Russia supersedes the sanctions, right? So the central bank is saying bad cryptocurrency, we don't want it. But then the other side of the coin is saying, no, wait, we could use this because if Western allies, impose sanctions on us, this is a way around it. So, Tom's Harbor also comments on it about the fact that Bloomberg reported that Putin wants to tax and regulate cryptocurrency mining rather than banning the practice. So the central bank and Putin and everybody needs to get on the same page over there at Russia. It seems they're not. We'll have to see what happens. Because 11.2%, while it may not be a lot, it is a decent amount of the global network hash rate. Would those Russian miners move their equipment to the U.S. or Canada or somewhere? Because we already have a bunch of people that came over from China. And if we start to put this strain on the U.S. or the North American electrical circuits or main corridors, then we might see issues of our own, right? And then our government's got to start getting involved and imposing issues and blah, 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 and banning that. But we don't want to see that. We want to keep everything spread out, decentralized. And, obviously we need to beef up our infrastructure as well. But it said, like, Putin knows certain parts of his country is good. They got plenty of power, which is why he says they don't want to ban mining. And they do have the capability to support the electrical means. It's just in certain areas like Kazakhstan or certain areas of Kazakhstan, you can see there was an issue which would cause the blackouts. So Putin's saying, no, we want to do tax. We want to do regulation. We don't want to ban it. We also have certain competitive advantages here, especially in so-called mining. That's what Putin says. I mean the surplus of electricity and well-trained personnel available in the country. So they do have a surplus of electricity, just not everywhere. Putin's stance appears to be more nuanced than by the assumed Russian central bank, which called for the cryptocurrencies to be outlawed, even as the Ministry of Finance argued in favor of regulating the digital currency instead. Bloomberg said Putin has ordered the central bank and the ministry to reach an agreement. So Daddy said, you guys got to come to the room, make up and kiss, and figure this crap out. That's what Daddy said. So Russia's central bank and the people opposing cryptocurrencies has got to get together and kind of figure out a good way to proceed forward. Because honestly, like, any country that bans cryptocurrency is making a bad move, in my personal opinion, and it is a personal opinion. It's not a fact. Because blockchain is here to stay, cryptocurrency is here to stay, so they might want to get their thoughts together. Because guess what? Adoption is happening at a profound rate compared to back in the day, and it's good to see this, right? So Rio officials explains why Citi is putting 1% of its treasury reserves in cryptocurrency. We've seen this with El Salvador, we've seen this with the mayor of New York, Miami, so on and so forth. Different countries. Who was the first country? Here's a pop quiz for you, everybody in the live chat right now. Pop quiz. Who was the first country to adopt a digital currency as its national currency? The first country. If you know the answer, put it in live chat. If you know the answer later, put it in the comments below. The first country to adopt a digital cryptocurrency as its legal tender or national currency, so to speak. I'll give you a hint. It wouldn't be something that we've been hearing a lot about in the news. Moving on, we could see here Rio, basically saying like, oh, we're not replicating Miami, but because of what we've seen in Miami. For example, here we go. We know that Bitcoin is volatile, that some people criticize us for that, but in the future, Rio wants to be a reference for the world as a cryptocurrency-friendly city like Miami or Zug in Switzerland. Now, the answer to the question that I see some of you posting in live chat is not what you're saying. It's not El Salvador. It's not Miami. It's not Switzerland. You wouldn't believe it because it's a cryptocurrency that not a lot of people pay attention to, but it is a cryptocurrency blockchain that a secondary currency was created on. I'll give you a quick hint. What blockchain is this built on? SOV, short for sovereign, is a blockchain-based currency that's legal tender for the Republic of the Marshall Islands. On February 26, 2018, the Republic of Marshall Islands legislature passed a law making SOV the legal tender of the Marshall Islands. This makes it easier for them to work with their international partners without being impacted by their economies, their inflation, their issues. So Marshall Islands was the first government, right? The first, I guess, republic. Is that a country? I guess, I don't know what you call that, Marshall Islands. But they're the first republic of Marshall Islands use SOV, which is built on Algorand. So, just FYI. So, that was in 2018, guys and ladies. And so, we're hearing about, El Salvador. We're hearing about Rio. We're hearing about Miami. We're hearing about... So, a lot of people miss Marshall Islands, but I thought that was a great thing because Algorand, again, was made by the doctor over at MIT. So, it's a very interesting project to me. And it has been, like, when we were pumping up earlier, it was doing pretty good. And then here we go with the state of Arizona. So here, right here in the USA, we got the state of Arizona, the senator, trying to pass a bill to make Bitcoin legal tender. The bill introduced in Arizona will make Bitcoin legal tender in the state in the unlikely event that the legislation passes and the law goes into effect. Bill SB 1340 was introduced by Senator Wendy Rogers, a Republican. It seeks to amend the list of accepted legal tender to include Bitcoin, which means cryptocurrency will be accepted for payment of debt, public charges, taxes, and other dues. So, yeah. Talking to my coworker real quick. I'm not sure my coworker's watching, but if you are, brother, thank you for hanging out with me. But yeah, so, we're gonna start to see more of this trend as we go on, right? As we go on throughout this, more countries, more cities, more national territories, take cryptocurrency as legal tender. Now, why would you do this? All right, think about this real quick. This is my mindset. Obviously, I'm open to whatever you have to say. If you're watching this after the fact, hit me up in the comments. If you're watching this, throw it live. So, if Bitcoin's down right now, right? It's down around $37,000, and I say you could pay your taxes, right? Which is, depending on a typical house, maybe $1,200 to $2,000. You could pay your taxes, your property taxes, in Bitcoin. So now I'm getting payments in Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever at the current value, at the current price that it is. Right? I'm getting multiple payments from this. And I'm the government and I got to keep it stored. It's not like I could spend it. We got to keep it stored so we can do stuff. But, by the time we start to allocate those funds, Bitcoin jumps up to 45, 50, 60K. Now those payments that you just made just gave us even more money. And that money, to me, as a government, should be put back towards infrastructure, electrical, helping out the cities, helping out with any financial aid for families, hospitals, whatever. So, once that gets adopted, once that becomes legal tender for much of the countries and states, that would, to me, that would be a big benefit. I know a lot of people don't want to spend Bitcoin. I understand that. But that's what Bitcoin was intended to. It was intended to be a currency in which you and I can transact, right? And you're all the way out into Asia, but you have something that I want. Like, for example, an ECU, right? So I needed an ECU for my car, right? Because my year car doesn't support Hondata, which is a ECU management tool or engine management tool. So I had to get an 07 or 08 ECU. So on a forum, reached out to somebody. They're way out in Timbuktu. And I was like, yo, do you know what crypto is? They're like, yeah. Can I send you a payment in crypto and you send me the ECU? No problem. Dude, I sent him $400 worth of crypto. And I bet you that $400 right now is worth maybe $1,800, $2,000, somewhere in there. So I understand why people don't want to spend their crypto because it may be even more valuable in the future. But then you have a situation like this where you should have spent, took some profits, right? When it was at 69, 70K, that $100 would have been, $500 or something like that. You could have took some profits, but instead right now it's only like 120. So it's a catch-22. Trying to time the market is very hard to do. And that's why everybody keeps saying time in the market beats time in the market. Moving on, We got Cardano. Why Cardano cryptocurrency is plummeting this week? They've got a couple of articles here that I just want to talk about with you guys and ladies. I keep saying guys. Just know if I say guys, I'm kind of like meaning a general group, not trying to put any emphasis on sex or otherwise. Nothing but respect. Moving on. So the cryptocurrency market is getting hit. We could see that everything went down quite a bit. And it looks like, Cardano also was impacted. Let's actually go look at some Cardano real quick. Let's go pull up the chart. Just want to see something here. Sounds like my youngest went to go get some sugar. It's really cold right now, actually, which is nice because I don't have to heat the house. So yeah, Cardano's around $1.05. At the beginning of this week. Yeah, so it's kind of like moving sideways since the beginning of this week. Nothing too crazy. But basically, it has not been spared of the market fall that we've seen for all the other cryptocurrencies. So only a handful of the top 50 largest cryptocurrencies managed to end the last week trading in the green, and most were down double digits across the stretch. In addition to the specter of rising regulatory risks, the crypto market is also facing bearish catalysts related to potential conflict between Ukraine and Russia, shifting macroeconomic conditions, and disappointing guidance from some prominent growth-dependent companies. So what? Okay. The Biden administration is reportedly readying an executive order that would introduce new regulations on cryptocurrencies, and investors appear to be sweating the potential impact. The crypto market has also been impacted by a pronounced investor shift away from high-risk cryptocurrencies and stock. Weak guidance from companies including Peloton, Netflix, and Tesla, and the threat of rising interest rates have also added to the bearish momentum, and Cardano ADA tokens have been feeling the squeeze, right? So no cryptocurrency has been spared. In addition to a long list of factors prompting sell-offs for the broader cryptocurrency space, it looks like some network-specific factors could be pushing Cardano's token price lower. The recent launch of SundaySwap, the centralized trading exchange on Cardano, has led to record utilization on the network, but this also has led some concerns about the blockchain scalability, or the blockchain network scalability. Cardano, or ADA, now has a market capitalization of roughly $35 billion, and it ranks the sixth largest cryptocurrency by valuation. Even after big sell-offs in recent months, the token is still up more than 200% over the last of the trading year. And we're going to talk about that actual blockchain utilization, right? Because that's kind of important. So some people are concerned about the scalability of Cardano, and that's because what you're about to see here. So let me go through it. I'm adding this to the article, to the description. Remember, all articles are in the description of the video. So a lot of significant developments have taken place on Cardano blockchain in recent months. As a consequence of network expansion, the average blockchain load has been steadily increasing. In particular, the average blockchain load over the previous 8 days, beginning on January 19th, has stayed above 90%, which with the most recent reading on January 26th standing at 93.2%. This is the first time the system has ever achieved this level of blockchain load, and is also sustaining the metrics, which is even more outstanding. Cardano reached 90%, or the 90th percentile, for the first time in January 16th, and it's climbed into the average blockchain load that has been supported by the introduction of smart contract capabilities, which have enhanced the network activity as seen by a spike of variety of indicators. So we could see on the chart here, it's been steady sitting there. So what that means in essence is the blocks are really getting filled, right? Each block is really being utilized, and it sucks that one of my favorite websites doesn't have other chains on here. Like it only has, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Monero, Litecoin, stuff like that. It would be really nice to see other items in here. And earlier this morning, Bitcoin was actually bogged down, or had a lot of backed up transactions. Ethereum was around 158 Gwei. Now it's down. So $7.22 for a transaction on Ethereum, 86 cents on a transaction on Bitcoin. And if we throw Litecoin into the mix, real quick, let's see here. the average transaction for Litecoin, which is why Mikhail is probably getting paid out. Look at that. It's not even a cent. 0.001. Love it. I love it. I usually, back in the day, I always got payments out in the via Litecoin. Like I would mine alternate currencies and then get paid out in Litecoin because the fees are so cheap. Bear with me 1 second. Yes, the server settings are right. Ralph, are you in here? Are you watching the show? Hang on 1 second, guys. So we got half an hour. Ralph, if you're hanging out, hang tight. Let's see. We'll talk to this client in just a moment. Moving on, we got Paul Krugman, Nobel laureate, advising that cryptocurrency is a bunch of junk. So Nobel Prize winning economist Paul Krugman has given us anonymous warning about volatile cryptocurrency market, comparing it to subprime mortgage crisis of the late 2000s. Who remembers the housing market crash of the late 2000s? Who remembers that? Because that was a very rough time for most of us. It was really rough time for most of us, especially our family, because we had to sit there and kind of watch our family go through a tough time. But thankfully, my family was a little bit stable. I know some people were not as lucky. So who remembers the housing market? Let me know in the live chat. Was that a tough time for you and your family? I wish you nothing but the best now. But this is one of the reasons why I do it. So this person's email suspended, Ralph. Just FYI. If you're watching, I'm helping you through the live stream. All right. So, anyways, this Paul Krugman opinion says that he's seen uncomfortable parallels between crypto and the U.S. subprime crash, which brought the whole housing market to its knees. That was triggered in 2007-2008 global financial crisis. There's a disturbing echoes of subprime crash. Sorry guys. The disturbing echoes of subprime crash 15 years ago, Krugman says in his piece, and yada, yada, yada. But this guy's always been like a bear on cryptocurrency. So he's saying that cryptocurrency blase reminds him of the subprime market or the housing market crash. I would think it's the exact opposite. What's funny? I don't know if he knows the history, but the housing market crash and the financial system crash that happened in 2008 is what spawned Satoshi Nakamoto to do Bitcoin. So the event that he's saying cryptocurrency reflects or kind of draws a parallel, it's the same event that spawned users like me to be like, you know what, government? I can't trust you with my money. I'm going to take my money in my own hands. I'm going to take the control of my financial wealth in my own hands. Trusting you to do the right thing, or trusting somebody at the desk to do the right thing that's spending millions, billions, trillions of money, or reallocating or trading or whatever, doesn't seem like a good option to me. And that's when you start to see, like, especially now, a lot of people kind of, invest, right? Invest yourself. Don't go buy it. Don't go sign up and do it. Like, why do you think these trading apps are now allowing users to be able to make trades with minimum fees, if no fees? Because they can just do, what's that? That booking placement? No. What's the thing Robinhood uses? Basically, they get paid if you book an order with them, and the more people that book an order with them, I forgot the name of it. But that's how they make up the money. That's basically what it brings us down to. All right, good. So my partner figured it out. All right, good deal. All right, so you're back online. Yeah, I deal with email hosting, website designs, but I'm more of a technician. Than I am a customer relations thing. But I could sell snow to an Eskimo, for real. Like, I could sell snow to an Eskimo. I don't, but I could, But yeah, tech is my main forte. That's my main bread and butter. I just fix things. I just love fixing things or figuring out how things work. So anyways, Visa customers made $2.5 billion in crypto-linked payments in fiscal quarter 1 or Q1. So yeah, they made about $2.5 billion in payments in crypto-collected cards during the company's fiscal first quarter, ended on December 31st. Visa CEO AI Kelly said in the company's earnings call Thursday. The figure for the quarters was 70% of Visa's crypto volume for all of the fiscal 2021, which ended on September 30th. Kelly added the call with analysts. More than 65 crypto platforms and exchanges, including Coinbase and BlockFi, have partnered to issue Visa credentials to the company. More than 1 million vendors in the Visa network are now accepting Visa crypto payments. Kelly said Visa continues to lean into the crypto space, and the company said in its earnings statement that the total processed transactions by Visa for the quarter were 47.6 billion, up 21% over the year. So people are using their crypto. People are using their fiat to get crypto or to gain crypto exposure or to buy and sell, whatever it may be. So, this is good. This is good. As much as me personally, I don't want the centralized authorities, right? Whether it's the major companies like this or government agencies, stuff like that, having much of the control over the cryptocurrency. It's still good because it allows the average user, you or me, to gain more exposure, right? My mom's in cryptocurrency. My sister's in cryptocurrency, right? My niece that's growing up wants to get into cryptocurrency. My sons know all about cryptocurrency. My wife knows about cryptocurrency. She doesn't care for cryptocurrency as much as I do, but she supports me. And so, everybody in your life by now should know cryptocurrency. If they don't, have a conversation with them. Talk to them for a little bit. Like, hey, do you know what this is? Moving on, if you had about $2 million worth of cryptocurrency in a wallet that you couldn't have access to, would you try to hack it? Let me know right now. If you had $2 million in cryptocurrency in a hardware or cold storage wallet, would you try to hack it to get that money? Super interested to hear your thoughts. Engineer hacks Treasury wallet, recovers $2 million in lost crypto. Basically, the original owner, a computer engineer and hardware hacker, have revealed how they managed to crack the Treasury wallet. Now, the hacker is Kingpin. But Joe Grant, who is based in Portland and is also known by his hacker alias Kingpin, uploaded a video to YouTube explaining how he pulled off the ingenious hack. After deciding to cash out on the original investment of roughly $50,000 in Tether in 2018, Dan Reich, a New York-based entrepreneur, and his friend realized that they had lost the security pin to the Treasury One on which the tokens were stored. After unsuccessfully trying to guess the security pin 12 times, they decided to quit before the wallet automatically wipes itself after 16 incorrect guesses. But with the investment growing to $2 million this year, they redoubled their efforts to access the funds. Without the wallet seed phrase or pin, the only way to retrieve the tokens was through hacking it. They reached out to Grand, who spent 12 weeks of trial and error, but eventually found a way to recover it. In short, what they found out was only to later move them back to the flash once the firmware is installed. So by using a fault injection attack, where the technique alters the voltage going to the chip, Grand was able to surpass the security microcontrollers that was preventing the hackers from reading the RAM and obtain the PIN to access the wallet. So through the fault injection attack, they were able to work around that and get the PIN. Now, Treasury does, if you have a Treasury, don't panic, because Treasury does says that this vulnerability, which allows the PIN to be read from the wallet's RAM, is an older one that has already been fixed with newer devices. So if it's an old Treasury, then yeah. But there's a way around it. There's always a way around something. For every security door, there's always a key, right? So very interesting. Yeah, I don't know what keeps causing it, man. Let's go look at something real quick. Actually, I can't do it with you guys looking. Let me see something real quick. Let's see what the uploads are. Like, I don't know what else to try. Like, this is a good modem, a good router. Maybe it's hardware. Maybe the EVGA 3080 that I replaced the thermal pads on, maybe during a reassembly, I nicked something, SMD, something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Like, right now, it's yellow. So I don't know what the heck is going on. Anyways, that's pretty much all the articles that I have for today. Looking at a few more. It looks like Crypto Slide puts outlook of billions of investors by 2023. I guess that means, we're not going to look at the article, but I guess that means that we might have 1 billion cryptocurrency investors by 2023, which is definitely possible because there's so many getting into the space now. You know, Bitcoin finds support from NASDAQ 100 Friday rally. So yeah, we started pumping this week. And then obviously we got some more support on Friday, the 28th, which was yesterday. The low yesterday was around 36.1. We got all the way up to 37.3. How low Bitcoin can go depends on who you ask. Bulls will say no more. Actually, let me answer that question. What I've been saying for the longest time, and not financial advice, what I've been saying for the longest time, let's zoom out here, is, you know, 32 is a major support area or a major resistance if we fall below it. So 32 is a key there. 30 is another one. All right, so 32.30 is where a lot of our support's going to be. The next after that would be like the 28. Like, we had a lot of problems around the 28K barrier. After 28K, looks like, you know, that's when we could possibly see it go all the way down to 20. But we didn't spend a lot of time back here. We didn't spend a lot of time breaking the old all-time high and the next step. So we may find new levels or areas of support that were once unidentifiable because of how fast we passed by everything. Hang on one second, guys. So yeah, that's the levels that I have as far as what I'm looking for. We could just, like I said in many videos in the past, we need to just gradually push up. We need Ethereum to kind of break away from Bitcoin and kind of form its own, go its own way instead of following traditional markets. But there's so many traditional investors and stuff like that inside cryptocurrency now. So when the traditional markets fall, everything else will fall as well. So let me tell my buddy here. Yeah, we got it. Let me wrap up. So I'm not always on call, but when I am on call, I gotta do a bunch of things. So I apologize for my distraction in this video. Thank you everybody for coming and hang out with me. We got about 15 minutes left before 12 o'clock. If you have any questions, please ask it right now. Let me start scrolling through the live chat. Thank you, Chump Change, for make sure you hit that like button. 3 Fox, what's up, brother? You doing all right? So the only thing we have on this network is, and when I got multiple routers handling that, right? So the only thing that we have going right now throughout this network is essentially the NAS, which is doing Chia, right? Which is not a lot. It's just identifying, searching the indexes, providing the responses that it needs. 2 mining rigs, and yeah, a bunch of devices. But my boy, I know for a fact my oldest is sleeping still. It's not even 12 o'clock on a weekend. I know my oldest is sleeping. My youngest probably just went to the store to get sugar for coffee, and his system doesn't, like, he might be watching Bleach and playing a game, but there's nothing big going on. So that's why I'm thinking maybe something broke in the 3080 when I took it apart. I doubt it, but I don't know what else to blame it on. But it also did the exact same thing with another GPU, with the other Gigabyte 3080. And before that, it did it with the, what I didn't have it with was with the Ryzen RX 6800. But NVENC, NVIDIA encoders are better, in my opinion, for streaming, encoding, and recording. So I don't know. I'll try a different GPU. I got a 1070 on the shelf. We'll have to see what's going on. Oh, matter of fact, that reminds me, by the way, before everybody dips out, because it's pretty much the end of the stream, I do want to say that I'm about to hit 20K subscribers. So if you guys keep an eye on my Twitter and stuff like that, I'm probably going to do a 20K giveaway. I don't know what I'm going to give away yet. I'd usually like to do crypto because I could send that anywhere and everybody in the world could be involved. Where if I try to do a shirt or a GPU or something like that, I gotta pay for shipping, and I'm not exactly made of money. I'm a guy on YouTube that makes videos. Okay, I work a full-time job. I got a family to take care of. Like everybody else could be rich. I don't care. I'm just a normal Joe. So I will see what I can do. But there definitely will be a 20K subscriber giveaway. It's going to be a Gleam.io giveaway. What I'm going to give away is still up in the air. I may try to do just because I'm trying to bridge the gap. I've been trying to get a hold of Paul's Hardware. If you guys don't know my personal Twitter, I've been advising Paul on the Ethereum situation, right? Because in some of his videos, him talking about Ethereum, it didn't sound like he was fully educated there. He was one of the few that expected Ethereum to switch to proof of stake. Therefore, that would be the golden age where GPU pricing would get better. So I had to educate him, and a few other YouTubers did the same thing. I've been doing my best to educate those tech tubers because this is the group of people that I grew up with, the group of people that I too have been kind of going in parallel to. That's what originally my channel was, is tech tubing. Turn crypto because that's what I do. That's what I've been doing. So I just figured I'd just go more crypto because that niche, you guys in the community supported me. So to have the tech tubers on the same page was more beneficial because I didn't want them informing their gaming base that doesn't really involve in crypto or doesn't really do anything with crypto, not being misinformed and expect, okay, ETH 2.0 is going to happen, the merge is going to happen, GPUs automatically, prices are going to get better. No, because there's other products to mine and people, the prices are going to get better, but, there's still going to be that situation where if there's a high demand, low supply, scalpers will take advantage of it. People would buy in bulk because they want to mine Ergo, Ravencoin, or whatever other asset. So I've been talking with them, and I tried to see if they would be available. Paul's Hardware, if you guys want to help me out with this, if they would be available to do an interview, like a little video, maybe not live. It really depends on what they want. But him representing the gamers, and even though I'm a gamer too, me representing the miners, and then just talk, because I don't want gamers to hate miners. Yeah, I understand they're mad, but they need to be mad at the scalpers, the botters. Not all botters. Some botters are cool because they just get 1 or 2 GPUs just for themselves. But the people that buy 50 GPUs all at once on launch day, or the people that buy 200 GPUs on a pallet, but they don't really have a farm. If you got a farm, I understand it, but then you have a direct connect. You have a personal contact you can reach out, a POC. So I don't know. I just want the gamers, because there's a lot of them that are mining now, right? They're using their gaming GPU to game, but then when they're not gaming, they're mining. I want them to understand, you can't just hate all miners. Don't just come to my videos and dislike it just because you don't like mining. That has no relevancy to the video itself or what I'm trying to portray. So being a gamer and an avid overclocker, I've been trying to see if Paul's Hardware will be available to join me. Hasn't responded yet. At CMVJax is my personal account where I do all my tech and gamer stuff. At SerpentXSF is my official channel Twitter. So we'll see how things go. I'll be interested to see what's going on. Dizzy Mind, thank you for your data. I threw up your data on Reddit already. I'm going to do, probably after the stream, I'm going to get something to eat and do an RTX 3050 video. Just because we already know, according to the data that we've seen, and according through Chump Chain, Son of Attack, yourself, and some other people in the space, the 3050 is definitely not a card that's good for mining. It's good for gaming, but I'll go ahead and throw it in the live chat. Basically, I linked to everybody's video, and I just threw up some data for everybody, just showing the performance. and showing some of the insight you provided. I did ask for the additional algos via email, but you get to it when you can. I know you're busy, buddy, so no worries. All right. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, the 3050 was disappointing. Not as disappointing as the RX 6500 XT, I'll tell you that much. But it was disappointing. I had an opportunity to get it yesterday because I got the EVJ notify. And I just decided not to get it because of the pricing, man. I'm not going to spend $400, $350. I'm not going to spend $350 or above on this card. I'm not. I'll get it for $200 or less. And I know that's not what the pricing is right now, but I don't care. I'm not spending $350 and above for this card. And it sucks because when you go to Canada, it's like $400 plus. It's ridiculous. So we'll see how things go. But I think we're going to end it off early, guys, because I got to get back to work, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't look like we have any questions. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out, stopping by this morning. Let's see who's coming on later on today. If anybody, let me check something real quick. All right, so Red Panda Mining throws up the 6500 XT hash rates. Patrick Mahomes. Oh, yeah, this should be some good football. What is this? Yeah, all right, so Red Fox Crypto just posted their video on the 3050. If you want to check that out. Other than that, I think we're good. I think we are good to go. So I need to get me something to eat. I need to get some work done. And I'm going to try to record some content while I can. My wife is out and away for her birthday, so wish you a happy birthday, hon. Have fun with your friends. And I wish you the best. Be safe. But as far as you guys that came and hang out, I appreciate you very much. Thank you for all your support and everything you do. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'll let you know when the 20K giveaway is happening. I will identify the actual giveaway gifts that I'm going to do. And we'll kind of go from there. So I appreciate everything you guys have done for me so far throughout this year and in the past. Thank you for all of you that's been a member of the channel. And yeah, keep commenting, keep liking. Hit me up on Twitter if you need anything. If you do join the channel, you get access to Discord, which is a growing community. Not as awesome as Chump Change, Red Panda Mining, and others. But it is a growing community. And I appreciate anybody that could jump in there, provide some insight to any new or current miners. So it's going to do it for me today. So as I mentioned, do me a favor on the way out, hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the notification bell, which I already said, stay up to date. Check out some of the links in the description that help support this channel and what we do here, like to dogelord.com. You can get some sweet Serpent X merch and maybe get yourself some Dogelord coffee. See ya.